You know, have you ever stopped to think that maybe, just maybe, the secret to soothing your aching joints isn't in a pharmacy, but it's actually hiding in your kitchen? Today, we're going to dive into that powerful and honestly often overlooked connection between what you eat and how your joints feel.
I mean, really think about this for a second. What if a huge key to managing that nagging joint pain is waiting for you right there in your grocery cart? It's a pretty simple idea, right? But it's also an incredibly powerful one.
And hey, if you're dealing with joint pain, you are so far from alone. It's a super common issue that affects pretty much everyone, from older folks to dedicated athletes and weightlifters. It can really impact your quality of life.
Now, most of us know that things like physical therapy, yoga, and stretching are great tools. But here's the thing that surprises a lot of people: the absolutely massive role your diet plays in all of this. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack today.
Okay, so to really get how food can help, we first need to hunt down the hidden culprit behind so much of this chronic pain. Let's play detective for a minute.
We all know the direct causes, right? Those old injuries that still act up, different kinds of arthritis, extra weight putting pressure on things, or even just the general wear and tear that happens over time. These are kind of the usual suspects. But what if I told you there's a common thread, a single biological process that connects a lot of these seemingly separate issues?
And that common denominator is this one big, powerful word: inflammation. This, right here, is the key mechanism we need to understand.
Now hold on. Inflammation itself isn't the bad guy. It's actually your body's totally natural protective response to harm. You sprain your ankle, it swells up, that's inflammation doing its job. The problem starts when that response just doesn't switch off. When it becomes chronic, that's when it can lead to long-term pain and damage.
And this is what brings us right back to the grocery store. See, the good news is we can fight back. And one of our most powerful weapons is the food we decide to put on our plates. So let's get practical. Think of this next part as your own personal anti-inflammatory shopping list. 4 powerful, totally normal foods you can start adding to your diet, like today.
First on our list might be a little bit of a surprise. It's not some weird supplement or a strange vegetable, it's cherries.
So why cherries? Well, they're absolutely packed with these things called anthocyanins, which have fantastic anti-inflammatory properties. And here's a really cool pro tip. The color is your guide. The darker the berry, the more of those good anthocyanins it has. So think about blackberries, blueberries, and even pomegranates.
All right, let's move on to our next item. And this one is a true golden spice, not just in its color, but in its benefits too. We're talking about turmeric.
If you're not familiar, turmeric is that beautiful, fine, golden powder made from a ground-up root. It's famous for being a key ingredient in Indian cooking, especially curry. And its secret weapon? A super powerful compound called curcumin.
And check this out. This is the real wow moment. Some studies have actually found that curcumin can be just as effective as ibuprofen for relieving joint pain. I mean, think about that. A simple spice with that kind of incredible power.
All right, let's move from the spice rack over to the fish counter.
Our third food is salmon and other fatty fish just like it.
So, why salmon? Well, it's kind of like a triple threat for joint health. First, it's loaded with those super healthy omega-3 fats, which are famous for dialing down inflammation. It's also a fantastic source of vitamin D, which a lot of us don't get enough of, and it's got a good dose of calcium too. And this is a perfect example of nutritional teamwork. The vitamin D you get from the salmon actually helps your body absorb and use the calcium to strengthen your bones. They literally work together. It's pretty cool.
And for our final item on the shopping list, let's talk about a staple of healthy eating pretty much all around the world: olive oil.
Just like salmon, olive oil is on our list because of its healthy, inflammation-fighting fats. Now, when you're at the store, try to go for extra virgin olive oil. And here's a quick tip. Buy it in a dark bottle and keep it stored away from light and heat. That helps protect all those beneficial compounds.
So, we've walked through the science, and we've gone through the shopping list. Let's bring it all home and talk about what this really means for you. It's all about recognizing the power that's right there on your plate.
So if there's one thing you take away from all of this, let it be this: your diet is so much more than just calories or fuel. It is a powerful, accessible, everyday tool that you can use to actively manage your joint health and fight back against chronic inflammation.
And that really just leaves us with one final question, a little challenge for you to take with you. Looking at this list, cherries, turmeric, salmon, olive oil, what's the first food you're going to add to your plate?